Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name's Raj, and if you're new here, consider hitting the subscribe button. And remember, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. Today, I thought I'd put a compilation of many different scenarios and situations, some good, some questionable, of what I've experienced with full self-driving. Now, it's hard to really get specific because if you're lucky and you have your camera running, when you run into an instance, it's captured. I'll put a link to the equipment that I'm using down below, but hopefully you enjoy it and you enjoy these videos. All of these were live captured. The ones at the very end were some special cases where I actually premeditatively created obstacles for the vehicle and see how it handled it. So if you want to see that, you can check that out. I'll put timestamps to all the different scenarios that I put the vehicle in down below, so make sure you check that out. And special shout out to all my Tesla Raj members. If you're not a member, consider joining. It's the join button down there by subscribe, and if you're looking on the mobile, you'll have to go to youtube.com/TeslaRaj/join to join, but just gives you some extra perks and so forth. So special thank you to you. Your names are up on the screen right now. Thank you for your support and for all the love. So without further ado, let's get into the video and let's get into all of full self-driving beta scenario situations. Got a fork in the road here. Stays on the outside left turning lane, maybe? Yep. Does it want to? Okay, it wants to go on the inside left turning lane. Okay, that's fine. Go ahead and make the left turn. All right, stays in this lane. Now we do need to make a right in a little bit, so it's now going to change lanes. So ideally it should have been in the outside left turning lane, but you know, that's things it's got to learn. So it needs to make this right here, and it goes over and makes the right. No stopping or anything of that sort. Okay, there we go. A little bit last minute. Now here are me and another guy at a four-way stop. It took the turn. Very nice. We've got some scaffolding or whatever you want to call it, fencing here on the right-hand side. It's taking that just perfect. Okay, a little avoidance there. Cars on the side of the road. Oh, this is an interesting one. So, all right, into the complex. Avoided the median, great. It detected the median too. Now, technically the residence or whatever this address that I put in is down over here. So it's continuing to drive inside the apartment complex, and here it's doing it at 15 miles an hour, which I feel good about, instead of what it was doing before at the 25, I believe it was. Yeah, so but look at this. I don't even know, I just picked a random place on the map and it brought me literally to the garage, right to the garage. This is insane. So that was a great example there. Awesome. What? Look at that sun. I can't even see. I'm like, okay, this is a very challenging left turn. It's a 2 lanes in either direction, cross traffic. My left side just came clear right now. My right side is still coming. So, oh, and it said traffic control may be degenerated because of the front camera, because of this light coming directly into the camera. Now, autopilot pause. It's waiting for its turn. It's going out into the middle. There is a car coming, but it makes it and stays within its lane while this car comes on the right. Absolutely incredible. That was an incredible turn while the sunlight was in the camera. Okay, sun beaming in the camera. We've got help from the tree this time. We're watching both lanes right now. My left lane is about to be clear in a second, but I've got a car coming in on my right. So let's see what it chooses to do. It's gonna go for it. The car is on the other lane. It did it again. It did it again, where it made the turn, and that vehicle, the oncoming vehicle, was in the outer lane, and it made the left turn on the inner lane. That was pretty smart. That was very impressive. Always kind of makes me nervous when it makes those turns, because ready to take over, because I don't think it's gonna be able to do it, and then it does it. So it's very, very impressive. Very cool. All right, here's a good example. The car behind me is choosing to take the shoulder to make the right turn. We as well need to make a right turn. We chose not to take the shoulder, and now they're slowing down. I can't do it, and then now we're gonna make a right turn out of the wrong lane. Okay, so that was interesting. That's the second time that I've seen that where, okay, we're gonna make this right here. So again, we could merge more over to the right to make the right lane turn, but it's not. It's making it from the main lane. That would be my feedback on this build, is that it needs to get over to the right turning lane. Okay, so I just navigated to a residential area, and here we're coming to a light. There's stops quite early. It does see the pedestrians. I wonder if after the pedestrians pass, will it move up, or is it going to stay? It's about almost, I would say, oh yeah, look, it creeped up. So was it giving that extra space for the pedestrians? That was actually very safe, a nice maneuver, and then it moved up after the pedestrians passed. Very cool. Flash the lights at them. Kind of show them some love. Now this was a really good getting into the right lane for the right turn. And boom, wow, that was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. What a beautiful turn. Traffic, no light. We got over to our left turning lane. We're stopping, we're watching. There are cars coming, so let's see what it does. It sees them. I see them on the screen. There's many, many more coming. So let's see how it handles this. Another one coming in from behind the bushes. Does it see it yet? It does. Great. Still more vehicles coming. See, I can see, and I'm looking at what I can see versus what it can see, and it's about the same. Here's the clear opportunity to go right now. I would go. I would be a little bit quicker, but I mean, shoot, look at that. And it saw that curb. It made a wider turn, saw the curb, and still made the turn perfectly. All right, so we've got 3 lanes in either direction, and it does it. And it goes into the merging lane. That was really nice, and then merges in because there's no other cars over there. Awesome. All right, so it does need to make a right. So it's getting over to the right-hand lane. Great, no cars behind us. And it was able to do it, okay. So here, we stay in this lane. We need to make this right here. Now it is green, so let's see. It should just proceed smoothly through, and it does. Awesome. Okay. All right, so it decided to take this lane. Now this is a right turn only lane into the park that's here on my right. We need to go straight, so it's gonna choose to go straight, and the straight lane, luckily I was watching the side mirror, he stopped, so I had room to go, but that was the wrong lane for it to be in. Let's see what it does here, because this is an interesting right turn. So it should go over now. Okay. Perfect. That was a perfect maneuver. Now, it doesn't need to drive in here, but it is going to. Oh my God. And it's still at 33 miles. Okay. Let's settle down. And brought it down to 10. We're in residential, and it pulled in, and look, we're in a private residential complex. It's very, oh nice, external Tesla wall charger over there. This is a really nice little neighborhood. And to our destination. There's no lane markings. There's Teslas everywhere. I see another Tesla here on my left. And here we are. It just drove it perfectly fine. So, all right. So I just navigated down this road over here. The reason why I chose that road is there is a tree in the middle of the road. So I just kind of wanted to highlight that, as well as crossing 2 lanes in either direction, cross traffic. So let's see how it handles it. We're creeping out a little bit. Left side is clear. Right side, there is a car coming. And okay, it was in my lane. And then now, even with a car coming, It knows it's in the outer lane, it makes the turn, and then merges into the correct traffic. Wow. And then now it's getting immediately over to the right-hand lane because it does need to make this right here. Very impressive. Okay, so it's signaling, going to make this right. Now, I would have gone over to the extreme right to make the merge, but yeah, here we go. So here's this large tree, and it identifies it as an object in the road, so, and obviously avoids it. Now the other way, okay, so here there's a flashing red. So it is coming to, sorry, my foot's not on the pedal. It's coming to a stop. It stops, and then it goes. So it handles the flashing red perfectly. I think that was a question that some had, was that how does it handle flashing reds? Seems to handle it perfectly. So we're going, and we need to make this left here. It does not yield for this person that needs to make a left, so that's fine. Here's a stop sign. So it's gonna stop at the stop sign. There's cars to the left, and this is a tight corner turn. And it's gonna attempt it. Let's see if it can do it. It's thinking, it's calculating, and it makes the turn cautiously, but makes it perfectly well. That was a little bit of a challenge turn. Now, okay, so I've navigated to another pin that I've dropped on the map. We're, okay, come on, let's go. All right, so we're making this turn here. Now, up ahead is construction. The road is closed. We do need to go straight. So this will be interesting. Does it try to go straight? Will it make this right turn? Because I don't think it sees that that road is closed, and it's gonna try to go straight. So I need to take control, and we'll make this right turn here. Went around, it's coming back to this intersection, and now it wants to make a left. So now it should be in the left turn lane. It's not, but it wants to make a left. Construction up ahead. See, now there's a car in my left turn lane. So let's see what happens. I may need to take control, and we'll see how it does this. So this guy is busy staring at me. Couldn't give it a chance to do it because this guy was just busy staring at what I was doing. So missed that left turn, but it was gonna make the left turn, right? That's most important, and it will now go around to get to where we needed to go, which is really quite smart. What's this here? We've got some things on the road here blocking. So this is like one of those little like V cuts here, and it makes the merge over to the right turning lane perfectly. Turns on the signal. It's going. We're followed by a truck, and the truck may be also helping the system to map how it should be driving. Entered the road cautiously and carefully, and now here we are. All right, we're approaching the roundabout up ahead, and let's see. So we should technically, I don't know how this roundabout is. Here's the supercharger over here by Target and Fremont on the right. But yeah, here we go. Here's our friend. What up, fam? All right, so getting a little confused there because it was a turn. So here we're entering the roundabout. There is a yield and there is a bump here. So we yield on the bump. The oncoming car exits out, and we start to go through the roundabout. It is being cautious. It's staying. It's doing a great job. Everything is mapped out perfectly. It goes, boom. That was great. It was a great roundabout experience. That was awesome. Okay, so here's the intersection here. You know what? I'm gonna go. There's another car coming. Perry's gonna come from the left, and we're gonna see what happens if it can get there in time. Okay. So here we go. We've got 3 cars coming to the intersection. Obviously, the BMW is gonna go first. It stopped first. Perry should go next. He can go. We're paused waiting for our turn. And it says waiting for our turn. So I think it's calculating how much time it has to be able to go, and then it completes the left perfectly fine. Okay, so in this example, we're gonna make this turn here. We're going down the street, so nothing too crazy, but this time, something is gonna be in the road. So of course we come to the intersection here, we're being cautious, we're making the right turn. There's a car parked on the side here, and Whoa, it avoids the thing. And there are boxes flying in the middle of the road. Oh, and it avoids the boxes. Woo! It avoids the open door and the boxes. Wow. Wow, Tesla. Just amazing. You saved my life. I could have clipped that door. I could have ran into boxes. And now you're driving into the parking lot of the park. Still too fast, right? I talked about this, that residential 25 is just too fast. Needed to tone it down a notch, but we're in the parking lot of the park and we made it to our destination. Safe and secure. Great work. Okay, so here we go. We need to make this left right here, and there's somebody crossing the road. So the Tesla sees them, applies the brakes, sees the object, sees the person crossing the road, and then proceeds to carry through to our destination. Now, still a little bit fast for residential driving, so I'm going to tone that down. That's something, Tesla, adjust that. All right, there we go. You see it defaults the speed limit to 20 miles per hour, so I toned it down to 15. Now, you can see the person is detected, and look, it stops. He's stopping to tie his shoe, and as he gets up, look, it realized that it's tracking him, it's watching, and it's adjusting accordingly, and now it makes the turn safely. So now we've stacked the boxes a little higher to 3 boxes. Let's see if it detects it. I can already see that it's detecting it, and it sees the boxes there. It's be interesting to see what does it do. So it's going to find the path and avoid the boxes, and it does it. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Okay, so just to prove what we think, I think the system can detect 2 boxes high, but cannot detect 1 box high. So here we go. I'm gonna reduce us down to 20 miles per hour. We're gonna proceed down. Our first object to avoid is 2 boxes. I can already see that it sees it, and it's going to slow down. It's going to avoid it, get through the cars. Oh, it avoids the single box. Holy moly. Wow. Okay. Very, very, very good. Do this one more time. And this time, we've spaced out the space of the boxes, so that way we can ensure that it's not just by luck, and that it's truly seeing the 2 boxes as well as the single box. So here we go. Now we're presented with a little bit of some complexity because there's a vehicle here. So they don't know that they're messing with a science test, but look at this. Look at this. Look at this. We are going to avoid it. And the single box, it did see it. It saw the single box. So holy moly, it's seeing things. It's doing it all completely hands-free with driving. Full self-driving beta. This is just a beta software. Okay, so we're coming up to this 4-way stop, and like you've seen before, the Tesla waits its turn. Okay, so we're gonna stop, but we're gonna go, and then when we go, we're gonna have Perry actually start to go and see if... Oh, so it didn't, it sensed it, but it sped up, I think. That was interesting. So once it makes the decision to go, it's almost foolproof that it's going. Cool. Now, after making this left, I have to make an immediate right. And what I've noticed it doing before, let's see if it does it again, is... So look at how quick I have to make the next right, but yet it's chosen the inside lane here, which is gonna make it almost impossible to make that right turn. And so it's like, it should have been in that lane. Now, see, it's not even rendering that lane as being a left turn lane. And that could be the problem. That lane, you can go straight or you can make a left. Going straight will put you into, I think, a church parking lot. So unless these guys go slow and I get an opportunity to change right, I would be very impressed if the Tesla can get over to the right lane to make the right turn over there. I don't think it's going to happen. I'll probably have to go up ahead and make the right later on. But let's see. In the name of science, we put these edge case tests to good use. So this guy lagged. Now I may not, or I may have the opportunity, right? Because now I've got a gap from those trucks. So let's see. We're making the turn. We're making the turn. We're making the turn. We stay in our lane. And then now it wants to make an immediate... Oh, look at that! It got over. Now it had space. It's going ridiculously slow. But actually, that was really good. Now, it just needs to know, had it been in the outside lane, this wouldn't have been an issue at all. It wouldn't be a concern. Despite being on the inside lane, it still was able to do it properly because I had a gap. But had there been a lot of cars, it would have had a tougher time getting over and inserting itself to make that right. So that was very, very impressive.